When a disaster strikes, when there's a terrorist attack, a man-made disaster like the recent oil spill or the rig that blew up, anything like that, we usually end up knowing the statistics. We knew how many people were hurt, we knew how many gallons of oil are gushing, we know the dollar cost, we know the time when the buildings fell, how many shots were fired, how many bodies dropped, all that good stuff, but we seldom know much else about what actually went on. And it's always made me wonder, is there something there going on that we don't know about? And I've done a little bit of study about this kind of thing in the past, and I've always been surprised to find out that what actually happens in the middle of these kinds of emergencies and disasters is very different than what you would think based upon what you read in the news media and what you see on docudramas and recreations on televisions, movies of the week and things like that. So I was fascinated by the book The Unthinkable, which you can't really see the real cover of because I'm reading it on my Nook e-reader that my wife was kind enough to get for me for Father's Day. I'll bring the cover in through the magic of video editing. It's ZombieTactics bookshelf. Hello. And The Unthinkable by Amanda Ripley is a book about what actually happens, what happens psychologically and physically to people in those circumstances. What are the kinds of myths that we tell ourselves, the pretty little lies about who survives, who doesn't survive, and why, and what can we learn from it that'll maybe help us survive if that kind of time comes. It is very fascinating material. I particularly found the material regarding what people recall versus what actually happened to be fascinating. People generally don't really know what's going on in the middle of these events, even when they're one of the participants. And that's shown because we can, in many cases, review actual video of what happened and then compare it to the testimony of eyewitnesses who were on the scene at the time. When you're a part of an event like this, you become what I think is described in this book as a Superman with a learning disability, which means you're so jacked up on your own adrenaline that you're able to do amazing physical things like, women lifting a car to get their child out from underneath, but then they don't even remember that they've done it. And that's one of the more fascinating little things that you'll learn in this book. It is an excellent read. She does a great job of telling a story and making a point in the middle of the story, the points all being based on scientific research and interviews with experts in the field. You will find out what the dividing line is between life and death, survival or not, in these kinds of emergencies, and that's one reason why it really, really belongs on your ZombieTactics bookshelf section of your personal library. That's really about all I have to say about it. Get it, read it, get it, the hardcover, the paperback, or get it on your Nook or your Kindle or whatever you read stuff on. That's the ZombieTactics bookshelf for today. Bye-bye, we'll see you next time.